Καλησπέρα παιδάκια μου γλυκά. Για πάμε να δούμε, γιατί μου φαίνεται ότι τα πράγματα είναι δύσκολα μετά το update. Δεν έχει ξεκινήσει καλά το πράγμα εδώ. Οι παίκτες δεν παίζουν. Μετά την ενημέρωση της Πέμπτης δεν πάει καλά. Α, γεια σου Χρύσα. Τι κάνεις? Είσαι έτοιμη για σήμερα? Έτσι. Εννοείται. Σχόλασες? Ναι. Ο φίλος μας σχόλασε.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, of course, Italy has always been the place to be when it comes to defensive maestros, and here is a prime example. So how highly do you rate this fella, Alessandro Nesta?
Well, he's without doubt one of the very best they've produced. He's been mature well beyond his years.
A header! Goal! Greece!
Γκολάκι λοιπόν εδώ, παιδιά, με τη θετική ενέργεια της κρίσας μας.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Rummenigge, played out to the right. That's been cut out, well played. Messi touches it back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Pings in across. He rises! It's hit the upright. That is ended up in no man's land. He's going for goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Pele is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner.
Όσοι μας βλέπουν και θέλουν, το βράδυ έχει τουρνουά μπερίμπας.
With the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Not the most accurate pass.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Ο Μπαλούκος τι κάνει?
O'Shea calmly anticipates. Passing is crisp and sharp. That has been cut short. No, that's been intercepted. Greece leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Dani Olmo. Now it's Iniesta. He is through here. Zanetti. Hit into the middle.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Can he get it through? And that could set him on his way. And here's Plath. There's the shot! Triol plays it long. Pele. Judge, surely! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Το γλιτώσαμε.
And it's Zanetti. Czech gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Albertini spots it and intercepts. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Iniesta. Zanetti. Oh, they could break here.
Κάτω.
Rummenigge. Great ball, and he's in here. Well, they've got it again. Picked out Platini! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
O'Shea has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Zanetti. Now it's
Μετά το
Messi.
update το Olmo είναι ό,τι χειρότερο.
Cannavaro knocks it into space. Good ball, good take. Zanetti. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Now it's Mbappe. He could be in here. Oh, well played. Rafael Varane goes direct. Platini has given away a free kick. And it's Thuram, drives it in, climbs up, off the post.
Άλλο ένα θέλω.
it looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Rummenigge, he's picked his way through. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Dani Olmo, great vision. Rummenigge. Has a shot! Oh, it's come loose. Iniesta. Nicely spread.
Σε τεχνάκι μου είσαι έτοιμος για την πυρήπα.
Not the most convincing of passes. Thuram cuts it out. Modric.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Rocher. Modric. Mbappe is onto this. He's beaten the last man. And the shot! He scores! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring.
Το γκολ αυτό ήταν για τον Δημήτρη.
Class finish. And there's the end of the first half.
Δημήτρη, για σένα.
How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Greece in control at half-time, 2-0. And the action is back on the way. And it's Messi. Pelé, showing great feet there. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Boca Juniors have their second corner now.
Το τρίτο θα είναι για τον Παλούκα.
A certain sixth sense. And a chance! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for a runner. Now it's Yamal. Dani Olmo. That looks a good ball through. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Oh, that's a key interception. Pelé. Tries to play it through. Messi. And this is Messi. And that's played in low. Czech deals with that nice and simple. Nesta gets over and intercepts.
Okay.
And the shot is having a shot! No mistake! And the second half is off to a flyer! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Number 10, Patini.
We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Modric. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Platini! Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Looking for options for movement. Oh, what a climb! Didn't quite get enough on that.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Modric. Coming on the field is number 7.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Greece will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Shot a goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Can he get onto this? Well read, nice interception. Greece are looking pretty rattled at the moment, Jim.
There's no doubt about that, Peter. It looks like they've had the proverbial carpet swept from underneath them. And it's amazing how much one goal can change things.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to make any prediction on this right now. It's a really well-measured ball. Flashes it across. Nicely aimed pass. And he was quick to react. Now that looks a decent ball. And the shot! It's a goal! There seemed no way back, but they are level. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Rummenigge really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
We have ourselves a real game here.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Albertini. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And there's green grass ahead of him. He's shifting through the gears here. Not offside that time.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Out to the right. Triol gets across to intercept that. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Zanetti. Zanetti crosses. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Played out towards the right wing. And he's intervened well there. Now, can they get him away? Platini looking to get on the end of this. Pass somewhat off target. And that's a good ball. Crunching tackle. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He's only too happy to take that back. Nicely shaped ball. What a delightful ball. Varane promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, that's well spotted. And he's straight offside.
Substitution for Greece. Number 24, Yamal. Coming on to replace him is number 8, Mohamed Salah.
So here comes the substitution. Messi providing an outlet on that flank.
Minutes has been indicated.
Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Now it's Lopez.
That was lovely, that.
He's through, now is he in? And he's well positioned. Real chance!
Golazo.
It's in! Late in the day! This could well be it! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Mohamed Salah demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Greece proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are...
Για να δούμε, αυτή η Konami δεν... Hello my friend, good game. Me too. Έχει τρομερή ομάδα. Πολύ καλός. Για να δούμε. Έχω ξανατύχει με αυτόν, έχω ξαναπαίξει νομίζω. Και έχω χάσει.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal-scoring talent, but shot a goal!
Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Αυτός είναι το Σουάρες που κάνει στη συνέχεια από παντού.
I'm not sure what happened there, Peter. Did he get caught admiring his own first touch, maybe? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, they could be caught at chance! Oh, that was
Το
venomous.
τετράγωνο μία φορά το πατάνε, κουμπάρε.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Dani Olmo, looking for options for movement. And that has been cleared. Alonso. Iniesta, ploughing through the middle.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Μια ώρα να σουτάρεις.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
So what can they make of this? Comes under pressure and it's come loose.
It's
ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now he's got space here. Rijkaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Van Basten, passing is crisp and sharp. Darren Fletcher. Probing pass.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
It's a good foot in there. Oh, it's Van Basten. Seedorf. Always onto this. There will be a throw-in. And it's Vieira. Greece so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. That is good alertness. Ferdinand.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to...
It's Luis Suarez!
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And he comes up trumps again.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment.
Greece have the chance to go the other way. Spread it left. Iniesta. Dani Olmo. Now this could be a chance. And he shoots! Goal! Greece! His position was perfect. The invitation was there for him. And his response absolutely clinical.
Such a smart finish. And the setup was very good too.
And Hullet! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, what? Has another go! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Nicely intercepted. Ambitious ball here. Well, that pass isn't the best. Darren Fletcher. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1. He's tried one! That was probably asking just too much.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
And again! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Couldn't squeeze it through. Fletcher, can he get it through? Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he was quick to react. Seedorf can see things others simply cannot. Modric, he can run onto that. He's shifting through the gears here. Seedorf. Hullet. Now it's Van Basten. And the counter is on. Dani Olmo. And it's Modric. Now it's Yamal. Hullet. Darren Fletcher. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Modric. Dani Olmo. Brilliantly cut out. Yeah. Hullet. Now it's Fletcher. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Hullet finds himself offside. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Some first-half thoughts?
Look, it all comes down to taking your chances. That's a lead which is hard to justify, but they found a finish, unlike their opponents.
Greece have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 11, Fletcher. Numero 20, Luis Suarez. Lasciano il campo per il numero 5, il numero 97, Pierre Aubameyang.
There's the start of the second half.
Greece definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Now it's Aubameyang. And no, that was never going to make it. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Back into the middle. Bellingham. Vieira. Could move up a gear here. Xavi Alonso. Modric. Good purposeful running this. Oh, super ball. Decent chance! They've scored! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Greece are... There's the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And he is just ripping it up. That was a... And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Facciamo un applauso ai tifosi che oggi compiono gli anni. Legando sul box informazioni dello stadio, riceveranno un simpatico omaggio.
Το ήμουν, σχόλασα ρε. Εσύ τι κάνεις? Εσύ δεν δουλεύεις? Μπράβο. Ζωάρα. Τα έχεις μάθει τα κόλπα βλέπω, Την ώρα μου το δουλεύω πάντως, δεν μπορεί να πεις. Δεν ξέρω ρε φίλε, το κάνω στην ίστα, είναι έμφυτο. Άμα θέλω να το κάνω καμιά μέρα επίτηδες, δεν θα γίνει. Θα πάω στην ώρα μου. Κλείσαμε Κρούιφ, κλείσαμε Σεντσέγκο. Ισχύει να ξέρεις. Έτσι γεννήθηκα. Ποτέ πουθενά δεν έχω πάει στην ώρα μου. Πουθενά ποτέ όμως. Τι ανορθόδοξο σύστημα είναι αυτό που παίζει. Και εδώ ένα σύστημα. Τι κάνει αυτός ο παίκτης τώρα. Για να δούμε. Δεν θες να τελειώσει ο κόσμος ακόμα. Αν πω ότι είμαι καλά, θα είναι η τελευταία μέρα του κόσμου. Μετά έρχεται η Δευτέρα παρουσία.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game
Μία
yet
μέρα
to
είπα
kick
καλά.
off. The
Ότι είμαι.
excitement already palpable.
Είναι για 3 μέρες. Και
The
σκέπασε
pre-match
κόκκινο νέο στο
build-up has
ρέθμο.
been fantastic. Now the game itself. And that gets things running.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective...
Decent chance! It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for him.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now it's Cruyff. Nicely shaped ball.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Another chance from a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Big header! That's a half-decent try.
Schlotterbeck is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Well read, nice interception. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now it's Pelé. Oh, nicely intercepted. Great vision. Great ball if he can get there. Shot, surely! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. And it's hoisted clear. And it's Zanetti.
Greece really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, he's done very well to take that back.
Dani Olmo really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nicely worked. He's being urged to shoot. Yamal. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Corner number 2 then. Bastoni attempts a clearance. Rui Costa can see things others simply cannot. Nicely weighted ball. It's a good-looking delivery. He's had a shot! And it's in! And he celebrates his 30th goal. That was a given. It always was.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Greece grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Now it's Yamal. Looking to play him in. Quick look, then plays it in. That's a decent clearance. Now it's Dani Olmo. And the shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 3 coming up. That should get the job done. Zanetti going full tilt down the left. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Cruyff. Shevchenko, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Searching pass he's played there. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Cruyff, he's gone away. Could move up a gear here. Modric, Iniesta. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Rui Costa has created one goal already. Albert Ferrer. Dani Olmo looking understandably energised after his goal. Iniesta cross. A mighty effort! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
He has found a way through. Rui Costa! Oh, that is asking for trouble. Pass isn't the best. Dani Olmo. Now it's Mbappe. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And there's the end of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. He's cut it out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. And he's lost his man here. It's Rui Costa. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Out to the left it goes. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Dani Olmo. And here's Mbappe. Dani Olmo. And this is Iniesta. Cross header! Just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Really good chance.
And he's had it nicked away.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
It's Rui! Has another go! going to be disappointed with that. Rui Costa will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Rui Costa. Taylor shoots! Oh, Manchester United! And they've got their lead back. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Cannavaro. That's Thuram. Thuram. Can he get on the end of this? And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Zanetti gets across to intercept that. Now that's well seen too. Albert Ferrer. Zanetti cuts out the pass. Beckenbauer played into space. Shevchenko looking to get on the end of this. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to pass, and he shoots! He's got a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Manchester United.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Substitutions taking place.
So there's going to be another change here. So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Greece looking to pass their way through.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And it's Zico. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Picked out brilliantly. He's having a shot! And he's gone direct here. Now it's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Rui Costa. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Thinks about the shot. And it's Rijkaard. Threads one in. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Conte. 5 minutes left on the clock. Now it's Zico. He shifted it to the flank. Now it's Shevchenko. Beckenbauer. Looking for the run. Great chance! Oh, that is rather wayward. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Rijkaard. Couldn't squeeze it through. Zico. Ronaldinho. And he's on his way. Goes for a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So their fourth corner of the game. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Greece perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam.
Και μας έκανε χωνάμ και χάσαμε. Ω, Θεέ μου. Πραγματικά άσχετος. Και ήταν και ένα. Απίστευτα πράγματα. Απίστευτα πράγματα πάλι σήμερα. Κοιτάξτε με τι παίκτες παίζουμε, ρε φίλε. Τι, όλοι οι βλάκες σήμερα έχουν μπει. Σαββάτο σήμερα, με το φροντιστήριο, το σχολεία, λογικό.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. There's the delivery. Czech claims it. Safe hands. Greece do have a chance to counter here. Distributed tidily. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Mbappe. Can he spark a counter here? Dani Olmo. Passes short and sharp. Good, strong midfield running here. Looking for options for movement. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Bale. Nicely weighted ball. Yamal has it out wide and in space. And he lines up a cross. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Thuram gets over and intercepts. Priol spots it and intercepts. That has not gone well.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
And this is Modric. Montreal is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Played out to the left flank. Good ball over the top. Now it's Pelé. Matías Cunha. Now it's Matías Cunha. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now, can they get him away? Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Now it's Modric. He is through here. Takes aim and crosses.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Araujo. Arsenal are looking to break at pace. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nice interception, well timed. Over to the left. Matías Cunha. Oh, shooting chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Modric. Now it's Dani Olmo. Played out to the right. It's a pretty loose pass. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Greece clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one.
Mbappe! Mbappe is magnificent! A finish right from the top draw. Arsenal take the lead. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Decent chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He's cut it out. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now then, the ball's come loose.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? It's a goal kick. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's found a way through.
Greece truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
And they win it back again. Xavi Alonso is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Thuram can get it clear. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Matías Cunha. Now it's Bale. He's got away. Flings in across. Cleared without hesitation.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now it's Yamal. Modric. The referee's awarded a free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. And we hit half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Greece really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Araujo calmly anticipates. That's a good ball out wide. Knocks it into space. Yamal picks it up out wide. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Mbappe. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. He's on it, can he get away? Great challenge, timed to perfection. Zanetti unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Zanetti. That's a good ball. Oh, that's a fine interception. Has a look and plays it forward. Dani Olmo conjures time and space where few can. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And he's found a way past. Rummenigge. Oh, well measured. Oh, well played. Thuram. That's a cute ball. Oh, that's clever. And that pass just didn't quite work. Yaya Toure. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Modric.
And
here's Mbappe, and he's in on goal. It's Pele! Brilliant from Pele! A finish of true class.
The goal scorer for Arsenal.
And this is getting better and better.
Number 10.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Number 7. Zico.
Arsenal are doing very nicely, thank you.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Thuram is there, and he can get that clear. And it's Xabi Alonso. Alonso! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Substitution for Greece. Number 10.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 22, Iniesta. Number 23, Mbappe. Number 4, Xabi Alonso. Coming on the field, number 13, Schneider.
And he was alert to it.
Ronaldinho.
Arsenal are looking to go forward now.
Number 15, Conte.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Arsenal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Mbappe. And no, that was never going to make it.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Half an hour gone in the second half. Can he get on the end of this? Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Looking for the run. Makaleli. Can he get it through? And he's certainly onside here. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Mbappe has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Arsenal have their second corner now. Bale plays it short. That has been slung wide. Greece have the chance to go the other way.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
No, no way through there. The final 5 minutes. Always onto this. Thinks about the shot.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Arsenal needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Well, that's well seen too. Probing pass. That has ended up in no man's land. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Well read, nice interception.
2 minutes has been
We all.
indicated.
That is Conte. 2 minutes to be added on. Now it's Schneider. Now it's Yamal. He has found the way through. Yamal stood his ground strongly. That pass has been well intercepted. And there goes the final whistle. Greece perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm
Δεν έχει
applause.
ξαναγίνει ποτέ. Κατηγορία 1 ήταν, παιδιά. Ο Χριστός και η Παναγία. Απίστευτα, δε. Τα ξεχάσουμε αυτά που ξέραμε, ρε. Αυτό θα αλλάξανε μετά το update και το σύστημα αυτό δεν.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Greece against Fenerbahce.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle.
It's impossible to ignore the genius that is Andrea Pirlo. He plays a deeper midfield role, but his whole game is designed to spray passes forward.
Just one of a kind.
Yeah, these guys now are almost extinct.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Nicely weighted ball. And that could set him on his way. Messi! He's scored!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the game's first significant moment, and the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Adriano actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And it's hoisted clear. Plays it across. That has been knocked clear. Oh, super ball. Chooses to go back. Oh, shooting chance! And there's his chance to lead the counter. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And he's surging through. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Oh, no messing about. It is red. Well, it looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. And now as good a time as any to pull level. Alonso! Oh, it's a stunning goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And a chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. He's had a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Greece are looking to go forward now.
Greece are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a sharp pass.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Aimed beyond the defence. Can he get onto this? The muscular approach does pay off here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Messi, and this is Messi. And the finish! Goal! Fenerbahce! And again they hit the front.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Fenerbahce take the lead.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Pirlo. Cafu carries the ball down the right. Played into the box. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. So, third corner of the game. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's made its way to him. Mbappe.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Just eases him off the ball. That's been slipped through. And this Adriano. Chance, surely! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Fenerbahce get their fourth corner. They've played it short. Neymar, header! Oh, it's come off the upright. Oh, that's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Yamal. Nice interception, well timed. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Mbappe! Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Great ball, and he's in here! Nicely aimed pass. Rijkaard. And it's Messi. Cafu. Messi. Messi! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our...
Παιδιά, κλείνει το live. Ευχαριστώ πολύ όσους μπήκαν.